In the afternoon today, I did a video that maybe Graham Potter will be sacked, but I was of the view that they're not going to sack him until the end of the season. Looks like Chelsea going below the top 10 just annoyed Tony Boyle and his entire staff. They really held a meeting, and guess what? Graham Potter has been sacked by Chelsea. Guys, it's unbelievable, though we saw it coming. Some of us thought that it might come later in the season, but it has been decided. A decision has been taken by the owners of Chelsea that Graham Potter should be relieved of his duties. And obviously, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to break this story and told us the following, that Graham Potter has been sacked by Chelsea. Chelsea would like to thank Graham Potter for his efforts and contribution and wish him well for the future, club statement announced. What does that mean? It means they are going to pay him £60 million. 60 million pounds. Can you imagine? £60 million, the amount of money that is going to be paid to this former Brighton manager and English manager for a side known as Chelsea. Then Tony Boyle and owner Egbeli have gone ahead to tell us that on behalf of everyone at the club, we want to thank Graham Potter. We have the best degree of respect for Graham as coach and as a person. He has always conducted himself with professionalism and integrity. And to me, I knew that if it doesn't really rectify the results coming in through, a sack was nowhere far from him, because you are having Modric, 100 million euros player, you are having Enzo Fernandez, 120 million euros, you are having all types of players of good quality, and you are not putting up results. And I think they are doing this sacking for a reason. That reason is simple. They want to beat or knock out Real Madrid from the Champions League, and they see it as the only way to play the Champions League next season, because if they don't play the Champions League next season, they might find themselves in very big trouble of not even being able to really pay those players by the club money. I'm talking about the club that the money makes. Them as the rich owners, they have the money, but according to the financial fair play rule, you should spend in the vicinity of what you earn. So I think they want to bring in a manager who can really elevate them to the next level and really knock out Real Madrid. Maybe they want a new manager bounce to act as an effect against Real Madrid, something that might not really work out well for them, or they might find themselves even knocking them out, because life is all about taking chances, and those who take risks have always come out as winners in the life that we live in. Now, we've been told again by Fabrizio Romano that Bruno Taylor will take care of Chelsea as interim coach. Boyle and Gigbeli, we all will be getting behind Bruno and the team as we focus on the rest of the season. We have 10 Premier League games remaining and Champions League quarterfinal ahead. To me, I think they did the sacking for one reason. They wanted the Champions League, because there is nothing they can do to really reach into the Champions League places, because even if they win all their games, they can't even, because they're having 20. Chelsea's having how many points? Chelsea, how many points do you have? Chelsea, how many points does Chelsea have in the league? Chelsea has 38 points. Even if they win their remaining, they're having 68. And when you look at Manchester United, it's having 50. Newcastle is having 50. Tottenham is having 49. They are left with 11 games. Manchester United will be having close to 80 points. So I think even if Chelsea wins all its games, they won't find themselves in the vicinity of really winning the fourth spot. So to me, I believe they are trying to get in a manager to get them to the next levels of the job and obviously do the needful. So who is the manager that Chelsea is being looked or targeting to bring in on the job? And that manager goes by the names of Julian Nagelsmann is the favorite candidate to replace Graham Potter as new Chelsea head coach, as reported yesterday. Nagelsmann was mentioned yesterday during internal discussions. Julian is considered a talented coach. Talks are ongoing to make the best decision. Now, Fabrizio Romano also confirmed to us that they never wanted to really sack. Julian Nagelsmann is on the break and is taking a break, and he wouldn't like to make a very hurried decision. But if I'm Julian Alves, if I'm Julian Nagelsmann, I take this job. Do you know why? I cannot be sacked. 10 games to go. He cannot be sacked, because Graham Potter has been given how many months? Because they sacked Tuchel around September, towards the end of September, and they sacked him. Now he has been here October, November, December, January, February, and March almost 6 months, meaning that if you're Julian Alves, if you're Julian Nagelsmann, you accept this job and obviously do the needful by really taking them through the 10 games, play the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and then you'll be having a preseason to really put your team right. I don't know what the decision is going to go on what side, whether he'll accept the job or not, but I think Chelsea are really looking in for managers that are really great at the job. But however much, Nagelsmann is one of those that is topping the list, but there is Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is a manager who was at Barcelona and knows how to beat Real Madrid, and I think Chelsea might base onto those facts and obviously choose him to come in and really get the job done and dusted. Antonio Conte is another one who has been just sacked by Tottenham Hotspur. Is he going to allow a job again? I think he's resting. Let's wait and see how that is going to happen. But to me, on my side, I just look at Todd Boehly as a failure. To me, he's a failure. He is a total failure. You get? Every person who sacks 2 managers in a space of 5 months is a failure. That means the decision you made was wrong at first to sack Tuchel. Tuchel is now at Bayern Munich. You get? Look, you brought in Graham Potter and everything has failed you. You're a failure. Todd Boehly, however much it's you who has the money, you are a failure. You are a total failure and you have no chance to make it right. Trust me, this season is gone for Chelsea. No reason to make it right. And I believe things are really going to be hard for Chelsea because however much there is a manager bounce, they are playing Liverpool on Tuesday. So will they raise up to the occasion to stop Liverpool over 90 minutes? They're going to play at the Stamford Bridge on Tuesday, you know, because I think everything is really burnt down, you know. Players are not playing very well, you know. It is really bad, but you never know what the new manager bounce will cause when it comes to the game of Liverpool. But they're having 10 games to go. Can they win those games? They're having Chelsea, they're having Man City, they're having Manchester United. So I don't see them really raising back to the levels. I think it's too early to think what Chelsea is going to do, on who's going to be the next manager of Chelsea, but Todd Boehly is not trusted. You know, after sacking Graham Potter in just 5-6 months, who is that manager that's going to listen to the words of Todd Boehly? You get? Because today in the morning we had a story coming in from closest on Chelsea that the board is still backing Todd Boehly. Sorry, the board of Chelsea is still backing. The board of Chelsea is still backing Graham Potter, that he really turned the season around. How many hours later? 6-7 hours later, he has been sacked. So, which manager is going to really get himself in the way to do the Chelsea job? One I had forgotten is Pochettino. Pochettino was one of the front runners after Tuchel was sacked from Chelsea. Todd Boehly chose in for Graham Potter. Graham Potter left Brighton, a team that had really given him the best of happiness as a manager, and he's been rated as one of the best managers in the Premier League who is really English. But Pochettino might also be on the list, but let's wait and see as Julian Nagelsmann goes ahead to really lead the list of those contending to become the top next managers of Chelsea. But is Gareth Southgate safe? Is Gareth Southgate safe with Graham Potter sacked from Chelsea? Don't you think that is the right time for the FA of England to really give Graham Potter the job and relieve Gareth Southgate of his duties? I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but go into the comment section. Tell me who do you think is going to be the next manager of Chelsea. And on the list we are having Enrique, Julian Nagelsmann and Pochettino. To me, I believe those three are the front runners to come in through and do the job. Though even Jose Mourinho is wanting the job. I remember bringing you a story that Jose Mourinho wants all sent his representatives to really talk to Chelsea if at all they can really grant him the job. So guys, that's what I had for you. Graham Potter has been sacked. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. May the Almighty bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later and good night. But